Yeah, he had a great run, and it's fun to watch. I think I watched Indiana State and Iowa. Caitlin Clark play about the same last year, so I was watching a lot of basketball.
In a move that has shaken the basketball world to its very core, the Indiana Fever made a coaching change that absolutely no one saw coming. Stephanie White, the experienced leader who once guided the team to moments of glory, was suddenly out, leaving fans and players stunned. And in her place steps none other than Larry Bird. A true legend whose name alone commands respect and sends chills down the spines of sports fans everywhere. Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's brightest star and the face of the league's future, was left utterly speechless. The question on everyone's mind was simple, yet electrifying. What could have possibly prompted such a shocking, jaw-dropping shakeup? It was a moment that defied every prediction, every insider report, and every logical expectation. Not the media, not the loyal fans packed inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and not even the most seasoned basketball analysts could have anticipated what was about to unfold. The arena buzzed with its usual pre-game energy, a lively hum of cheers, conversations, and anticipation. But the instant Caitlin Clark stepped up to the microphone, the entire atmosphere shifted. A deep, almost eerie hush fell over the crowd, as though every single heartbeat in the building had paused at once, suspended in collective anticipation. All eyes locked on her, every camera lens zoomed in, every fan straining to hear her next words. Then, in a voice calm but powerful, Caitlin spoke. Her words were simple, but the impact was explosive, sending immediate shockwaves through the basketball universe. The Indiana Fever had a new head coach, and this wasn't just any coaching hire. It was someone so unexpected, so monumental, that the announcement flipped everything fans thought they knew about the WNBA completely upside down. This wasn't a routine team update or an ordinary organizational decision. This was a historic, seismic shift with far-reaching consequences that could alter the very foundation of women's professional basketball. The magnitude of this moment was staggering. Suddenly, traditional lines of authority, from player influence to front office power to coaching strategies, were being rewritten right before the world's eyes. Caitlin Clark, already a phenomenon on the court and a cultural icon off it, had just positioned herself as a central force, a game changer capable of shaping not just her team's future, but the future of the entire league. Immediately, questions flooded the basketball world like a tidal wave. Sports networks lit up with urgent discussions. Social media erupted into a frenzy. Locker rooms buzzed with whispers of disbelief and curiosity. How had this legendary figure, Larry Bird, become connected to the Fever? What secret conversations, late-night negotiations, and behind-the-scenes maneuvers had taken place to make this seemingly impossible moment a reality? Could this bold, unlikely partnership truly change the course of the Indiana Fever, and by extension, the WNBA itself? And what message did it send to the next generation of players, coaches, and fans who were now witnessing history in the making? The atmosphere inside the arena reflected the chaos and excitement online. Analysts scrambled to piece together clues and craft theories. Journalists raced to gather statements and reactions. Fans debated endlessly, their voices rising with passion and urgency. Every tweet, every headline, every breaking news alert carried the same powerful undertones. Something extraordinary had just happened, and its ripple effects would be felt for years, perhaps decades to come. The stage was officially set for a new era. A collision of talent, strategy, and sheer star power was now underway. One that had the potential to completely redefine what success looks like in women's professional sports. In this moment, Caitlin Clark was no longer just a young superstar announcing a coaching change. She had become a catalyst for transformation, spark igniting a firestorm of curiosity, speculation, and boundless excitement. The Indiana Fever hadn't merely named a new head coach. They had thrown open the doors to an unprecedented chapter in the WNBA AA chapter, where boundaries are challenged, conventions are shattered, and the possibilities for the future are limitless. Caitlin Clark's stunning announcement marked not just a turning point for her team, but the dawn of an entirely new era for the league itself. The question now was clear. What comes next? Let's uncover the extraordinary journey of the rookie who transformed the Indiana Fever into not just a basketball team, but a cultural phenomenon and commercial powerhouse. More than just a player, Caitlin Clark has become a force of nature whose impact stretches far beyond the hardwood, reshaping the very identity of the franchise in ways few athletes have ever achieved in their careers. From the very moment she stepped onto the court as a rookie, Clark didn't simply play basketball, she redefined what it meant to be a true game changer in professional sports. In just a single season, she took a franchise long plagued by struggles and inconsistency and turned it into one of the most electrifying, must-watch teams in the entire WNBA, the Fever. Once considered just another team fighting for relevance, suddenly became the hottest ticket in the league. Fans from across the country flocked to see Clark's magic in person, desperate to witness her generational talent up close. Attendance at Gainbridge Fieldhouse skyrocketed as the energy surrounding the team reached levels never before seen. Season ticket sales surged by an astonishing 400%. A dramatic rise that signaled just how much Clark's arrival had reignited the fan base. The arena, which once had stretches of empty seats and subdued crowds, transformed into a roaring fortress of energy, alive with excitement every single game night. Every dribble, every pass, every shot she took carried an electricity that seemed to charge the entire building. But Caitlin Clark's impact didn't end with sold-out arenas. Corporate sponsors and major brands, always on the hunt for the perfect face to represent their campaigns, quickly recognized the once-in-a-generation marketing force she had become. They rushed to align themselves with her and, by extension, with the Fever. From local businesses to national powerhouses, everyone wanted to be part of the Caitlin Clark effect. With every deal and partnership, the team's commercial and financial profile soared right alongside her on-court dominance. Her influence exploded even further through the power of social media. Clark's highlight reel plays her pinpoint assists, her clutch game winners. Her fearless drives to the basket were shared endlessly across platforms, captivating not only die-hard basketball fans, but also casual viewers who might never have followed the WNBA before. She became a viral sensation, with her performances sparking conversations far beyond the sports world. Mainstream media outlets followed suit, devoting feature stories, exclusive interviews, and primetime television segments to celebrate not just her incredible talent, but also her charisma, leadership, and unmistakable star quality. In only a few months, Clark's status skyrocketed. She wasn't just a rookie sensation anymore. She had evolved into a cultural icon whose influence reached far beyond basketball. What truly makes Clark's rise unlike anything seen before is the unprecedented level of control and influence she now holds. Within the Fever organization itself, her star power has given her a voice in decisions that most players, even veterans, never come close to having a say in. She has been involved in pivotal choices about coaching, roster moves, and team strategy decisions traditionally reserved for executives and long-tenured management. The Fever are no longer just a basketball team chasing wins and playoff hopes. They have become an extension of Clark's vision, a reflection of her leadership both on and off the court. Through her strategic insight, marketability, and sheer will, she has positioned herself at the very center of the franchise's future. This rare fusion of athletic brilliance and organizational influence is almost unheard of in professional sports. Clark has the unique ability to not only inspire fans with her play, but also shape the very direction of the team itself. She commands attention with her presence, inspires loyalty with her performance, and impacts critical operational decisions in a way that places her in a league of her own. Caitlin Clark is no longer just the face of the Indiana Fever. She is the heartbeat of the organization, the guiding force redefining its identity and its future. She isn't merely playing the game. She is rewriting it. She is rewriting the rules, merging the worlds of sport, culture, and commerce into one unstoppable, compelling force. Caitlin Clark has taken the Indiana Fever from a struggling franchise and transformed them into a powerhouse of influence, both on and off the court, leaving an impact that few rookies in any sport could ever dream of achieving. Caitlin Clark's brilliance is far more than just basketball. It's a cultural phenomenon, but the question remains, has her full potential truly been unleashed? Has the coaching she's received matched the extraordinary talent she brings to the game? Now it's time to uncover the real story, why. Stephanie White's coaching style clashes with Clark's unique game, and why it has fueled growing tension in Indiana. Caitlin Clark herself has spoken out. To many, Stephanie White is widely respected as a solid basketball coach, a leader with an impressive track record. But when it comes to coaching Caitlin Clark, there's a strong and growing belief that she simply isn't the right fit. This isn't about doubting White's credentials or past achievements. She is clearly accomplished, but her philosophy and system appear to be in direct conflict with the natural flow of Clark's style. During a candid podcast conversation with Subbird, Clark opened up about the challenges she has faced playing under White's system. She didn't hold back, speaking openly about how, despite putting up elite performances like her stunning game with 32 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds, she often felt restricted in ways that limited her true impact. Clark pointed to a particular game against New York where she believed her instinct-driven style was stifled. Instead of being free to make the bold, high-Q, aggressive plays she thrives on, she was urged to play it safe, to avoid risks. She recalled a crucial moment in that matchup. The Fever were locked in a tight fourth-quarter battle when Clark committed a turnover. While trying to create a game-changing play, rather than being encouraged to shake it off and attack again, she was immediately benched. White called it a learning moment, but for Clark, it disrupted her rhythm and her natural ability to read and react in real time. She explained that these so-called teaching moments often clipped her wings, undermining the momentum and flow she thrives on. Clark's philosophy is simple, yet profound. Basketball isn't about merely minimizing mistakes. It's about maximizing opportunities, trusting instincts, and seizing the moment with fearless confidence. Clark also voiced her frustration with White's tendency to slow the game down at pivotal moments. There were times when the Fever held a solid lead, and instead of pressing the advantage, White shifted to a conservative strategy, focusing on clock management rather than attacking and going for the kill. Clark believes this cautious approach often caused the team to miss easy scoring opportunities, especially when she saw open teammates like Kelsey Mitchell or Sophie Cunningham ready for quick, decisive plays. This not only limited the team's offensive potential, but also dulled the excitement for fans, turning thrilling moments into stagnant stretches of play. At the heart of the issue is a fundamental mismatch. According to Clark, White is trying to mold her into a player she's not. White's vision, Clark says, is to shape her game to resemble someone like Paige Bukurza, talented but far more reserved and traditional type of player. Clark, on the other hand, is a once-in-a-generation talent who thrives on improvisation, creativity, and fearless playmaking. Forcing her into a cautious, mechanical role strips away her greatest strengths and disrupts the natural chemistry she brings to the court. This growing tension highlights a critical truth about basketball. Greatness requires balance. A coach's strategy must align with a player's instincts, not fight against them. While White's skills as a coach are undeniable, Clark's comments suggest that truly unlocking her potential means giving her the freedom to play her way. When Caitlin Clark is trusted to make split-second decisions and lead with her instincts, her game ascends to unmatched heights. She shines brightest when unbound by cautious coaching, free to unleash the full spectrum of her abilities. But this raises a pivotal question. Who has the vision, the experience, and the legendary stature to truly harness Clark's extraordinary talent? Who can step in and bridge the gap between her fearless style and championship-level strategy? Enter Indiana's most iconic basketball figure, Larry Bird. The moment you hear his name, you think of basketball greatness. Few athletes in history have left such an indelible mark on the game. Larry Bird's legacy stretches far beyond the court. with 3 NBA championships, 3 Most Valuable Player awards, 12 All-Star selections, and decades of experience as both a coach and an executive. Bird isn't just a legend, he is the embodiment of excellence, strategy, and leadership. His presence commands respect, and his influence has shaped players, teams, and entire organizations. Bird's story is deeply intertwined with the state of Indiana itself. Raised in the small town of French Lick, he built his reputation on relentless hard work, unmatched vision, and fierce competitiveness. His journey to Indiana State University is the stuff of legend, culminating in the unforgettable 1979 NCAA championship showdown against Magic Johnson, a game still celebrated as one of the most iconic moments in college basketball history. That game didn't just solidify Bird's place in basketball lore. It signaled the beginning of a career defined by intelligence, precision, and clutch performances. When his playing career ended, Bird seamlessly transitioned into leadership roles off the court. As head coach of the Indiana Pacers, he led the team to consecutive Eastern Conference Finals appearances, instilling a winning culture built on discipline and vision. Later, as an executive, he used his unparalleled basketball mind to shape long-term strategies, building rosters designed for sustained success. Larry Bird's ability to read the game, manage elite talent, and foster a culture of excellence earned him the respect of everyone from players to coaches to analysts. Now, as he steps back into the spotlight, his presence represents more than just a coaching change. It signals a bold new era for the Indiana Fever and a partnership with Caitlin Clark that has the potential to redefine not only the franchise's future, but the entire WNBA landscape. For the first time ever, Larry Bird's unmatched expertise is about to enter an arena many never imagined: the WNBA. The Indiana Fever, a franchise standing on the edge of a massive transformation, could benefit in ways that are nothing short of historic. Bird brings more than just a legendary name. His strategic brilliance, leadership experience, and unparalleled mentorship skills carry the promise of reshaping not only a team, but an entire league. His presence could change the very perception of women's professional basketball. This move isn't just symbolic, it's monumental. Larry Bird represents a bridge between generations, blending historic basketball knowledge with modern-day talent. His arrival offers an unprecedented opportunity to elevate the Fever to levels of success once thought impossible. With Bird at the helm, the Fever gain more than a coach, they gain a legendary mind, a trusted leader, and a guiding force capable of inspiring players, thrilling fans, and redefining what it means to compete at the highest level of the TNSP. The potential ripple effect of this partnership is staggering, with the power to alter expectations, strategies, and standards of excellence across the entire league. Larry Bird joining the WNBA isn't just breaking news. It's the beginning of a bold new chapter in basketball history. His legendary expertise could completely redefine not just the Indiana Fever, but the league itself. The real question now is, what will his partnership with Caitlin Clark unleash? How far will their combined influence extend beyond the court? The collaboration between Larry Bird and Caitlin Clark is far more than a standard coaching appointment. It represents a bold, unprecedented transformation for the Fever, one that could reshape the very identity of the team. This dynamic pairing has the potential to completely revolutionize how the Fever play, how their athletes develop, and how every single game is approached. Bird brings decades of basketball wisdom, a treasure trove of experience, and a near-mythical understanding of the game's strategy and fundamentals. He has built champions, molded elite talent, and left a mark on the sport few have ever come close to matching. When Bird's expertise meets Caitlin Clark's extraordinary gifts, her sharp court vision, her fearless scoring, her ability to orchestrate the flow of a game, and her natural leadership, the result could be nothing short of revolutionary. Every practice would feel like every play could reach a new level of intelligence, creativity, and intensity that fans have rarely witnessed. But the impact of this partnership extends far beyond the hardwood. Off the court, its effects could shake the sports world. Media coverage would skyrocket. National broadcasts, social media platforms, and sports networks would zero in on the fever, eager to capture every historic moment. Each game would become a major event, every highlight a viral sensation, drawing global attention not just to the team, but to the entire WNBA. Corporate sponsors would rush to align with this groundbreaking movement, bringing unprecedented opportunities for partnerships, promotions, and investments. Ticket sales would surge to record-breaking numbers, arenas would overflow with fans, and online engagement would reach heights never seen before in the league's history. This wouldn't be just a burst of hype, it would be a long-term shift, paving the way for lasting growth and influence. The Fever could use this historic moment to launch enduring programs focused on player development, youth training, and community outreach. They wouldn't just be competing for championships. They'd be building a legacy of leadership, culture, and innovation in women's sports. This evolution could inspire an entirely new generation of athletes, proving that women's basketball isn't just a game, it's a powerful platform for influence, empowerment, and positive change. The partnership between Bird and Clark represents a rare convergence. History meeting modern brilliance. Legendary mentorship combining with youthful energy, skill, and charisma. Together, they could transform the Fever into something far greater than a winning team. They could become a beacon of inspiration, setting an example for the entire sports world. This is more than quotient, it's a statement. A bold, game-changing declaration that challenges everything people thought they knew about women's professional basketball. The Indiana Fever are no longer just another franchise. They're on the verge of becoming a global symbol of innovation, excellence, and limitless potential. With Bird and Clark leading the way, they have the power to redefine not only the Fever's future, but the entire WNBA. Their influence could even reach beyond basketball itself. This daring, unprecedented decision has the potential to transform women's professional sports across the globe. Bringing Larry Bird into this mix isn't just a headline, it's a groundbreaking statement. It proves that leadership, coaching, and mentorship from legendary figures transcend gender, and that their knowledge and vision can elevate the game to extraordinary heights. Bird's involvement offers the Fever decades of strategic mastery, championship experience, and a competitive edge that few teams could ever match. His presence sends one clear message: greatness has no boundaries. Equally important is Caitlin Clark, whose impact stretches far beyond her dazzling on-court performances. She has already become a cultural force, turning the Fever into a franchise that demands attention on every level. Clark's voice and vision now carry real weight, shaping decisions once unthinkable for any rookie player.